prove us that we're not. That's the record that we're going to hold until, hopefully, until long after I'm gone. But um, the thing is, these idiot fans, they haven't been around long enough to even really understand what uh, what hard times are even about. Um, when you become a Patriot fan when you're fucking 5 years old and it's 2001, you're pretty much joined right into when they start winning. You didn't have to sit there year after year and watch them lose every season and never make the playoffs, but still hold out hope and still support your team no matter what. I don't see a lot of these teams, such as the Patriots, um, sticking around like fan-wise. I don't think their fan base is going to be as strong as a lot of these other teams that have been through the ringer. Um, we got such dedicated fan bases. We get a lot of grief when it comes to our Dolphins. Oh, the stadium's half empty, blah, blah, blah. Well, the fact of the matter is, it's really expensive to go to the games anymore. Anywhere, really. It's not even just in Miami. Um, a lot of people don't realize that Miami is a freaking tourist attraction. It's not really based off of who lives there. It's based on who's coming there for vacation. So it is what it is. But I'm not trying to make excuses for my team. I know if we were to start winning, we would definitely show up more on drones. But as a fan, I'm always going to be rooting for my team. And when we start getting back to the days of glory that we used to be, I can't wait. I welcome the people that call me a bandwagon fan or whatever it may be, because I'm gonna laugh. It's the same thing that I got last season when I was, people were calling me a Blue Jays or a bandwagon Blue Jays fan when I've been a fan since 1984. Kind of hard to be a bandwagon fan when you've witnessed two championships back to back, 92 and 93, and you've been a fan ever since your grandpa introduced you to them when he came from Toronto himself. He was born in Canada, and he introduced me to the team, and right after he passed away in 94, I just continued to live on that tradition and be still a Blue Jays fan. So, I laughed. I shrugged it off because I was like, this is what it feels like to have people hate you, to hate successful teams. And it's kind of sucky because, the only, other than my Blue Jays, the only other person, thing, or whatever, sport-wise, that I've actually had success in rooting for is Tony Stewart. He's won 3 championships. His last one was in 2011, 2002, 2005, and then 2011 he won. So, I got those, memories of that, but I want those days of being a Dolphins fan and be able to, have people basically be mad because my Dolphins is kicking everybody's butt, and like we discussed on today's show, and if you missed it, it's Blog Talk Radio /Dolphinatics.com. Great show, check it out. It's just the fact that we don't get any respect in the league. And one of the reasons why is because we don't earn it. We haven't earned it yet. Until we start winning games and start making it to the playoffs and beating the Patriots and winning the AFC East division and making it further than one and done in the playoffs, that's going to be the only way that we're going to be able to shut up the so-called experts, writers, and all these blog talking people or whatever they are. Me, maybe B, but I can't wait for those days that we go back to being great again. It's been a long time for us Dolphin fans, and so another thing about, like, with the Patriots, you may have 4 championships now, but it took you 35 fucking years to get those 4, actually your first championship. We became a franchise, or we became a team in 1966. We were in the Super Bowl in 1970, 71, or no, it was 1971, and then we won it in 72, 73. So, I mean, that was 3 years in a row that we went to the Super Bowl. We lost the first year, it was 71, sorry, to the Cowboys, bastards, but we won, back-to-back Super Bowls. So, we've been to 5, lost all of them but 2, but it is what it is. I'm just more pumped up about this season than ever, because last year, with Joe Philbin as coach, it was a mess. We had all the talent in the world on the field, but when you're told you are not allowed to run certain plays on offense, your quarterback is to run a certain play and that's it. You cannot audible no matter what you see on the offense or on the defense coming at you. He never had any freedom. He was handcuffed the whole time he was playing. And same thing for, like, with Ndamukong Suh. Everyone's like, oh, he sucks. Oh, you get what you paid for and all this blah, blah bullshit. But the fact of the matter is, he came out and said, they give you 5 plays, and you are only allowed to run those plays. And he was just doing what he was told. They tell him to block this guy, and that's all he's allowed to do. Yes, he tried getting at the quarterback too, but that's what that's what Laser and everybody else from the Dolphins organization, coaching staffs told him to do. When you don't do what you're supposed to do at your job, they'll fire your ass. It's kind of the same principle in the NFL. Yes, these guys are getting paid big, goober millions of dollars to play the game, but the fact of the matter is they still have to listen to their coach and do what the coach says. Same thing in your life too. I wish that a lot more people would understand that it's a team effort. It's not just one guy, and everyone's always jumping on Tannehill's ass every time something happens. It's always his fault. Well, I'm sorry, he can't be on the defensive side, offensive. He can't throw the ball and catch him on the same fucking play. Sometimes I just wonder where a lot of the Dolphin fans that love the team but hate the quarterback, I just don't know where they get some of their information from, because it just drives me, it boggles my mind, some of the shit that they say. I know I usually don't swear on this podcast, but today has not been a good day, so I just been kind of letting loose. I'm not going to post this on my page or anything. I'm just going to go ahead and just leave it on the actual Spreaker podcast system that I have going on right now. But what I want to get at, though, is basically we're not a 4-12 team. We're probably an 8-win team, but we could be a 10-win team. The thing is, nobody knows what we are, because everything has changed. Everything is different. We're not the same fucking team that we were last season. We don't have that boring ass, lame fucking coaches that we had on our team last season. The Walking Dead is dead and long and gone. Thank fucking God. We got Coach Adam Gase, and he has shown the leadership that we have been lacking as a team this whole offseason. He is basically bringing all the younger guys and the veterans closer together. And our team motto, has always been stronger together. And that's what he's doing. Now, despite Rashad Jones holding out and making things worse for himself, that's just to be determined. He's got 2 more years left on his contract. Whether or not he gets his head out of his ass in the next couple weeks, it's up to him. You want to make some money, play the fucking game the way you're supposed to play. Stop being such a fucking douchebag. You don't get everything in this life does not revolve around you. You just suck it up for 2 more years like you were contracted for and get your fucking ass in the game and play your fucking heart out for this team. Because there's always some motherfucker that's below you that's always willing and able to take over your spot. If you think that you're not replaceable, you are. Just look at every fucking player on any team. Every player is replaceable on every team. So I'm just rambling right now, and I apologize. But I want to give a shout out to one of my good friends, Josh the Sportsman Ferris. He's going through some medical problems right now. I don't want to get into what he's going into, but just want to give him a shout out, let him know that I'm thinking of him, and I love him. He's my co-host on this show. I usually do the podcast on his show too, and I also do the podcast with him and Dave Hiley on the Dolphinatics Blog Talk Radio show. We do that every Wednesday night at 5:30, and you're more than welcome to call in whenever you feel like doing that. So I'm just gonna leave you guys off with a song from Through the Flames or whatever. I can't remember the fucking name of the song. I apologize. From Ashes of the New. That's what it's called. Sorry. There we go. Brain fart. Yeah, sorry. But anyways, I'm going to leave you off with the song called Through It All. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Until the next time I talk to you, fins up, and fuck the rest of your teams, and especially fuck the Patriots. I'm out.
There's not a day that passes by, the pain is not a mass inside, it's breaking me down to the ground. It's like I crash and died, it's hard to leave your past behind, especially when you're last in line. And half the time it acts like vines and wraps inside my fragile mind. Hiding in plain view, it seems the same old shit I choose between